G'day viewers, in today's video I'm going to do some more purple ceramics. I don't know if all of these are CPUs, some of them are pretty small. I don't know that much about them. I would admit these ones here are the big ones, but there's quite a few of these small ones. I'm not sure if they're just ICs or CPUs or what they are, but there's also some broken bits. So not a lot, just a small sample, but we'll see what's on here, what weight we got. I know a lot of people like to know the start weight. This is a heavy one. This is really, really heavy. Okay, so we've got 113.74 grams to start with. Alright, so I'll go outside and I've got to break these up first into lots of little pieces about this size. There's no gold inside the ceramic, it's all on the pins, and then probably a little bit there. And this one here, there'd be gold on this cap and underneath the cap as well, so that's why you got to break it into pieces. But you don't have to roast them like a normal CPU because it's not actually embedded in the ceramic. There's layers, so like there's one here, you can see some of the ceramics broken away, and then there's a layer inside, a plate. So much easier than a normal ceramic. So I've got to break all these up, and I'll take them outside and put them in some dilute nitric, try and dissolve any base metals. Alright, so it's time to break these up. This one should be a good one, should have a nice pile of gold in the core there under this. But yeah, they've only got to be broken up into pieces like that so that the acid can get to it all. Do it gently so I don't have pieces flying off all over the place. And try and get more of that middle part broken. Now so we get in there. I'll keep all the little bits just in case they've got gold on them. It's opened up now. You can see in, hope you can see, there's the circuit die with all the legs going to it. See if I can get one more break. There's a bit of gold right here. I'll get that one. I saw where that landed. Alright, I'll go through and break all these up. It'll take too long to show you all of them, and I will come back when it's time to put them in acid. Now I thought this would be a nice one to show you. I've taken the cap off the front and off the back. I'm pretty sure that's all gold brazing. I could be wrong, but you can see right through, and this here is suspended, I don't know how well you can see, by all the bond wires going to the die. So that die is loose in the middle there, supported by all those gold bond wires. I thought it was pretty cool. Alright, so I'm ready to put this in acid. There could be some sand and debris in there, because when I had it on the floor I just knocked it a little bit and sort of tipped over on its side, and it only fell out to about here, you know, like, I don't know, 10-20 centimeters out from the container, and it was like that on the floor. And I got the dustpan and brush and swept it all up, making sure in case there's any gold bond wires that I picked up everything and put it back in the container. I've thoroughly checked the area. They didn't go far, like I said, they just tipped over like that, but a bit faster, and ended up on the floor just in front of the container. So I know I've got it all. So now I'll carefully put the big pieces in. Don't want to smash my beaker. The ceramic is really sharp and breaks glass real easy. Like if you get a spark plug and you break the ceramic, then you need a tiny little chip of it, and you can throw it at a car window and it'll smash the car window really easily, because there's such sharp little pieces on them. Okay, so I'm going to put some distilled water in there, and some nitric acid. I give it a generous squirt because I know there's going to be lots of base metals in there. Going from last time when I did these, I ended up using quite a bit of nitric. And I think this fits. No, this doesn't fit. I'll have to use the plate. So I'll put this up on some heat. About halfway. Put the lid on. And let that boil. All the fumes should build up. That's why I like to put a lid on. Without the lid, they disperse and you can't see the fumes. There's already some bubbling happening down in the corner there, just down here, and it's still cold. So I'll let the when all the vapors have stopped and there's no more reaction, I'll put some more nitric and see if it flares up again. I've been adding more nitric in there and nothing else is happening. The reaction's definitely done. So I'm going to take that off the heat. Let it cool down. Once it cools down, I'll be able to filter it. And I can see gold flakes flying around in there, which is nice. And see this one on top just come over. Once I filter it, we can put aquarigia in there, and we'll test that for silver. I don't know if there's silver in there or not, but we'll find out. I've started filtering it, and I'm seeing lots of nice gold foils. I don't know if you can tell. They look really good. Very nice. Finish filtering it, rinse it all nice and clean, get all that solution out of there, and then put some nice clean aquarigia. Should be a clean mix this time, because I've got rid of all the base metals. All the gold's loose and floating around. There's no reason for it to be a dirty mix. I don't think there's going to be a lot of gold because it's only a small batch. Yeah, it looks impressive with all these foils, but they're only foils after all. This one here has got the bond wires on it, and there's a few there that have got bond wires. And there's some of the bond wires there. All these little pins that come off the main ceramic. This is the window one that had the chip in the middle that's fallen apart because the gold's come off, so they're in there as well. So it looks impressive, but there's not really a whole lot there. I don't think we're going to get much, but it should be a nice little drop. Nearly there. Well, I've got all the solution in the filter, and I tried my hardest not to let the foils go across, but they were floating. Most of them, like the pins, that would sink, but the foils are so light and flat that they floated out. So I'm going to have to include the filter in this when I put aqua regia in there. I tried to avoid that, but so now I'm just giving all this a good rinse. Make sure I wash all that solution off. And ready for the next step. Looks pretty good in there. Pity there wasn't a lot more of it. Alright, so the filtering's done, and I managed to get the flakes out of the filter to save me putting the filter into the mix here, because it's not a problem, it just makes it hard later on when you go to filter this, because you're going to have paper pulp. And there was only a few foils that went over, so I managed to squirt them out. Now I'm going to put some hydrochloric acid in here, just a little bit, to see if it goes all cloudy. That means there'll be silver. Yep, plenty of silver in there. So I'll let that settle now, and when I've got clean green solution on top, I'll be able to put more in there and see if there's any more silver. Right now it's too hard to tell if there's any more. I can put some aqua regia in here now, so I'll put some hydrochloric acid. Turn the heat on. Put a little bit of nitric acid in there. That should be plenty for now. Just a little drizzle. And if I need more, I can always put more. It's better than wasting it and having to denox. So I just gotta wait for that to heat up now. And I'm pretty sure that'll be enough to dissolve all that gold. Alright, I just had a look, and I'm not sure if you can see, you probably can't. There's a minutest amount of gold, just the tiniest little bit of gold in there still. Alright, so I'm going to put some more nitric in, just a little bit, that's it, that's all I need. And you can see there's a reaction, and that'll be enough. I'm going to turn this off because it's nearly the end of the day. That'll dissolve, and it'll be nice and cool tomorrow to filter. If there is any silver in there, which I doubt, it'll fall out when the solution's cold, and when I filter it tomorrow, I should have a nice clean mix. I don't know why it's gone green. You saw that I got all the base metals out, and all I can think of is that the gold wasn't 24 karat. It must have had impurities in it, and that's what's come out into the mix. That's the only thing that makes sense. So I'll leave this to dissolve and cool down. I'll finish it in the morning. This silver here, before I forget, I'm going to put some more hydrochloric acid in, see if there's any more silver. It's going to be the tiniest amount that's in there. No. So the amount that's in there now probably wouldn't even equal to a gram. But, you know, all adds up, I suppose. Alright, so I'll be back in the morning. Alright, so it's the next day. Time to filter the aqua regia. It is a nice yellow colour after all, which is what I suspected. So I don't know why it was green yesterday, because it should have been yellow from the start, but the main thing is it's yellow now. And it looks like some silver chloride has dropped out overnight. So before I rinse all that down, I'll try and get the rest of this juice through. Otherwise it'll block my filter up. And there's already some in there now anyway. Alright. I think it's silver chloride. I had some of this yellow precipitant in my last video too, and I don't know what it is. I don't see how this could be silver because I've already got the silver out of it. Now before I go putting that through my filter, I'll let it clear, because it's a nice clean solution at the moment. I'm going to refine it again anyway, so I'll let that go through. I'll put this through, and once I've got it all ready to drop the gold, I'll come back. Now that I've filtered the solution through a filter paper to catch the majority of sediment, what I like to do now is I've got a funnel with some cotton wool balls inside it, and that will catch all the microscopic stuff that even the paper couldn't catch. So I'm going to run this back through the cotton this time, and I should be left with an ultra clean solution. Alright, so I've got some SMB made up. There's quite a few big chunks that aren't dissolved because it's gone all hard and I have to put it through my crusher, but I've got some of it dissolved. So here we go. The chunks can go in as well, it's fine, they'll dissolve over time. I'll rinse it out in a second. You see the colour change. It's very nice and brown. It's a good drop. So I'll rinse this out, and I'll wash the gold. There's no point in me showing that. I've showed it before. I'll be back when I show you how much I'll get. I've dropped the gold. I'm not expecting to get a lot, because the large ones, the stats say you get 0.03 of a gram per CPU, and there was only what, 2 or 3 or something. And then the smaller ones, obviously they're going to be even less. So I doubt there's even going to be a gram there. Maybe a gram, maybe, I don't know, maybe over, but I think I'll be lucky if there's a gram. So now I'll melt it up and show you what we've got. Time to weigh up the gold. I had trouble melting it. I ran out of oxygen in my oxygen cylinder for my LPG oxygen, so I had to use my little big gas torch, and I managed to get it done. So they need purifying still, but if I got, last time I did purple ceramics, I ended up with just over 10 grams for 30 CPUs, which is more than I expected. I was kind of thinking around the 9 mark. So if I get somewhere around, well, so this time I've only done 10, so a third of that. If I get somewhere around the 3 gram mark, I think I'll be happy. 2.86, that's pretty good. So I'm pretty cool with that. If you guys feel like you're getting any value out of my videos and would like to buy me a cup of coffee for less than the cost of a cup of coffee, you can hit the button down there and become a channel member. That would help me so much, because then it means I can make better videos, get giveaways, all that kind of thing, to help you guys in return. Alrighty, so we'll, you know, scratch each other's back. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, I'll see you on the next one real soon. Bye.